Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm actually going to be doing something pretty new, something I haven't done on the channel yet. I'm going to be playing some Magic Online. MTGO is up right now, and when I got onto Play Arena, it's kind of buggy, so I decided why not just make a Vintage Cube video, since I would just be cubing today anyway for funsies. So I think I'm going to be starting off this draft with a Flash here. I think it's between Flash and Entomb, both are really powerful enablers, but Flash is just kind of a busted card to start on. And it's really nice because you can, pick up flash targets late. Whereas in Tomb, most of the animate spells are really high picks, so you're not really guaranteed to find them. Other good cards are Reprieve, Loren Veiled Volcanic Island, but I'm pretty happy with Flash here. It's a great card to start on. I think we're going to be following it up with a Tinker. Both of these are kind of blue combo cards, and Tinker also overlaps a bit with Flash with stuff like Triplicate Titan, but Tinker is also just like the best card in this pack. There's a Thopter Foundry to keep in mind, and some solid cards like Generous Splendor, Cryptic Command, Thorin, Abray. This pack's like got a lot of pretty like solid playables, I would say. Maybe we can wheel one of these artifacts like the Talisman or the Ballista or the Thopter Foundry if we're going to be drafting a Tinker deck. You don't need to be full artifacts deck for Tinker necessarily. It's one of those cards that only asks that you have like 4 or 5 artifacts in low end maybe, and like 1 or 2 in the top end. So of course it does get better if you have more artifacts. But yeah, this is a pretty good start. And here is the absolute best Tinker target, which is Portal to Phyrexia. And so Portal to Phyrexia is just kind of a nuts card. It makes your opponent sack 3 creatures. You can grab it off of Tinker, and it's just going to be really strong. I don't think there is a Steam Vents here, and we did just pass a Volcanic. So if we do end up blue-red, which a lot of artifact decks do end up wanting to play red, then it's going to be rough to miss out on that fixing. But having Portal is just so massive, and it's really not guaranteed to wheel at all. People could be maybe specking on it, could be playing Show and Tell, could be all kinds of stuff. It's one of those cards that sometimes just gets randomly snapped up. So I think I'm not going to try to risk it here, even though Steam ads would probably end up being pretty good. All right, and well, speaking of Show and Tell, that is in the pack, but I don't think it's the pick here. There's also Displacer Kid, that's another blue combo card to keep in mind. But Fury is just the best card in this pack by a lot, and we don't have to be like too all in necessarily on Tinker or Flash or anything like that. We can just play like a blue-red mid-range deck with a couple Flash targets, a couple Tinker targets kind of thing. And Freeze is going to be nuts if we end up in blue, or end up in red. Could potentially wheel this Show and Tell because it's good with both Flash and Tinker targets, and it's not that good of a card generally. Could also wheel this Displacer Kid, which is good with if we pick up Coveted Jewel or something like that, or maybe like we get the 3 Fairy combo going. But Fury is just kind of insane. I'm gonna stab it up here. Third pick Fury, I guess fourth pick Fury is kind of late, but you never know with Vintage Cube. It could just be like even better cards like Power in the pack, preventing it from being taken. So, oh, this is nice. Oh, fourth pick Tolarian Academy. Okay, now we are cooking. You can't see me right now, but I did just stand up a little straighter in my chair. Sit up a little straighter in my chair because Tolarian Academy is one of my favorite cards to draft with. It's incredibly powerful. And now we're just going to be going all in on this Tinker and this Academy. It's a kind of late Academy. Academy is like a really strong card. I would first pick it a lot. Yeah, we're going to snap that off. And now we are just full forcing artifacts. That being said, no artifacts in this pack for us to take. Except for Assimilation Aegis, which isn't great. And Academy decks don't end up in white too often. There's like a random Arc Trail or a Fiend's Tower if we want. Here's what I'm fixing. Fire Covenant is really strong. It doesn't like, seem like the deck for it. I think I want to take Stern Scolding though. Stern Scolding is pretty good. It doesn't commit us into any other colors. And it's just some solid interaction. Academy decks don't generally want like too much interaction because they're kind of doing big things. So I could see an argument for a Tryon, but I think it's better to take Stern Scolding here. It's pretty close though. Here we're just going to be snapping off this top. Top is pretty strong. It's a cheap artifact for Academy. There is this Sword of the Meek. Could come back last pick, but I don't want to bank on Thopter Wheeling since his type's still really strong. It's also good with stuff like Citadel or the other one that lets you cast artifacts off the top. I think it's definitely worth taking here. Maybe we get a sword back last pick. It's probably pretty unlikely, but we'll see. But I'm pretty happy with top. And looks like we're just gonna snap off a deck fade here. Deck has fallen off a bit recently, but it's still a pretty strong card. So I'm more than happy to take him here. Not really passing too much. There's just Batterskull, but you really only want Batterskull in your artifact decks if you're playing a workshop deck. Okay, well, there is this Stoneforge, but we already kind of passed on all the Stoneforge cards. I think I'll just grab a Raucous Theater. You really kind of never know with lands and cube. Like maybe we pick up a Demonic Tutor and end up wanting to play this deck as well. And having some fetchables is just always nice. Nothing much else that we're particularly like to play. Stoneforge like maybe, but we did just pass the Batterskull, so that makes it a lot worse, and we're nowhere near white, so I think I'll just take the Theater. Oh, and we wield a Talisman, which would be nice. I can't remember what else was in this pack that we wanted to. I guess that there were a couple random artifacts, right? But I'm pretty happy with Talisman here. Now that we have Academy, we really are on the hunt for a lot of cheap artifacts. Yeah, more than happy to snap that off. No flash targets yet, but that's totally fine. Oh, and I will take an Upheaval here. Upheaval is pretty strong if you can really get there on it and have a deck that's good at making a ton of mana. And Academy decks are generally pretty good at making a lot of mana. I'm not a huge fan of Elemental Eruption, especially since this isn't like an all-in Storm deck. K-Command is probably the pick here. It's kind of unlikely to end up in the deck, but so are the rest of the cards. I don't think we want another Rakdos land. I guess I'll take Blood Tithe. If we do end up with a fixing for it, Blood Tithe is pretty good. It does make an artifact. And again, it does not seem like we really want to be in white. Though it is kind of open, it seems. I'll just take a Arc Trail. What I pick here. Also comes with an artifact, and Arc Trail is just some nice removal. But ideally, most of this won't be making the deck. It's just like cards we can board in, or if we get the fixing for it, or what. Yeah, blue. Oh. Well, that's the absolute best card in the cube. Huh. Okay, well, I'll take a Time Walk. Time Walk is just insanely busted. Because you can, not only is it just like insanely undercosted for the effect, obviously it's part of the Power 9. I think it's the best, and there's a pretty wide consensus for this, that it's the literal best card to first pick in Vintage Cube, because you can abuse it with cards like Tameo and Snapcaster Mage and Jace, and basically any way to flash it back or tutor for it. And we're also already looking like some sort of blue combo deck, so yeah, we are snapping off this Time Walk. Unfortunately, to pass on Urza Saga because that card's absurd. Maybe there's a chance we get back Frantic Search because that card's really strong, especially with Academy. But yeah, we're so happy taking this this Time Walk. That is very nice. And second pick here, there's this Candelabra, which is really good with Academy, and maybe we can get back the Lotus Field in that previous pack as well. But it's definitely worth trying to wheel. Taking Candelabra early is not the play. I think we're going to be best off taking the Saheeli. There is a Jace the Mind Sculptor, but Jace just isn't quite what he used to be. Saheeli's great here, good with Academy. We have a bunch of cheap spells. And we really want to be generating a lot of artifacts with Academy, so I think Saheeli's pretty good here. Jace is still a solid card, but nowhere near as powerful as he used to be. He used to be like one of the best cards to Vintage Cube. Aside from power, obviously. But Jace, you know, this isn't particularly a controlling deck either, which makes Jace a little worse. I think I'm pretty happy with Saheeli. It's a bit early to be taking Saheeli, but it is what it is. Oh, Force of Will. Oh wow, this pack is so strong. There's Vamp, Citadel, Force of Will, Vista, Carnage Interpreter, World Spine Worm for Flash. Force of Will is just a ridiculous card. Let me move some of these random playables on the sideboard so they don't clutter up the deck. I'll keep the Fury in for now, probably. Okay, Force of Will is just ridiculous. I don't think I want to take Vista here, and it's pretty likely that we'll wheel our choice of Citadel and World Spine Worm. Carnage Interpreter is also really strong, but especially with Academy, but doesn't seem super necessary here. It might be a little bit hard to cast. Basalt Monolith is good, but we don't have a Gadgeteer yet, so that makes less good. Vamp's gonna be rough on the mana. Forcible is just nuts, and yeah, we'll just have to figure out if we want the World Spine and Citadel later. World Spine is the best flash target, and we already have a good tutor target. So for Tinker, so it might be better off just taking the World Spine, but we'll see. Also, it's possible one or both don't wheel, I guess, which would make our choice easier. Okay, so here we've got a Bauble and a JVP. JVP is good with Time Walk, Bauble's good with Academy and Saheeli and all that, Tinker, etc. I think, okay, despite saying that, like, Time Walk is really good when you can abuse it, I think the pick here is, I think it's Mishra's Bauble. I don't know, it's kind of rough, but Mishra's Bauble, because the thing is, generally these Academy decks don't end up being very good Jace decks, otherwise you're not going to have many other spells. Like, if you look at our deck right now, we barely have spells aside from Time Walk that we really want to be flashing back. And we're not going to be good at filling the graveyard, and just having zeros is so strong in Academy decks. Alright, here, wow, this pack is very mediocre, especially for us. So there's a Revoker that we could take. That would be okay. There's also Magma Opus, in case we pick up. Doesn't make an artifact for Academy if you discard it. Good with Mystic Mastery and Dream Hall, but this doesn't look like a Dream Halls deck or a Opus deck. There's also Namesake of Goblin, which is a good card, but we look kind of far away from that. I think I'll just grab the Revoker, and we can play it if we end up with a short of cheap artifacts, I suppose. Fine. Oh, Time Twister is pretty good. There's also Miscalc, which is a good card. We're not really high-tiding, so I probably would take it if there's nothing else to pack and try to get it off with Candelabra, but it doesn't seem necessary, and it could come back. But yeah, I think I prefer Time Twister over Miscalc. Really good if we pick up Hull Breacher or stuff like that, but also big mana decks are just really good at abusing wheels. So yeah, I think we'll snap that off. Also, we have stuff like Time Walk and combos that we can wheel into, so that also makes it stronger as well. Here we'll take a Chain Lightning. There's an Arc Lightning and stuff in the sideboard, but Chain Lightning is like pretty powerful. It's good interaction. So far we haven't picked up any blacks, so there's not much reason to take the sewers here. It could just be very well being mono blue or blue red, splashing this like that in theory. We'll see. But yeah, be happy to take Chain Lightning here. Okay, so there's a Consider here and an Odawara is the two cards I'm looking at. Though actually, maybe it's supposed to be City of Traders. Actually, no, I think I like City of Traders here because Consider is kind of mediocre. With Saheeli, I guess Odawara is solid, but City of Traders is pretty good, especially in big mana decks, and especially if you pick up the Candelabra on the wheels. I think I like it here. Oh, here's a Frantic Search. There is also this Lotus Field, which would make the Candelabra better, but Lotus Field can be a little bit clunky, and we already have the City of Traders as well. So I'm pretty happy taking Frantic Search here, and maybe we can even wheel a High Tide. And Frantic Search is just really strong. So I'm pretty happy taking it here. Wait, did we? Oh yeah, here's the Candelabra. Yeah, okay, so there's the Candelabra. That's good. Get this Rock Theater out of here for now. I'm pretty happy with Candelabra. It's a cheap artifact, so it's, and like the double whammy of also being an artifact for Tolarian Academy, so it's really good there. Figures all our stuff. Attack it to Tinker, worst case. Yeah. Good to see it, wheel. Okay, well, I guess we probably aren't playing this Flash, which is, you know, it's whatever. We didn't wheel the World Spine, but I'm pretty happy taking a Citadel here. We already have top Citadel, which lets you basically have a Yawgmoth's Bargain and build up Storm, which is really strong. Citadel is just a good Tinker target. So I'll snap it off here with the Spiral of Canal, I think. And here are the Tendrils. It's kind of marginal, but I don't really see myself playing this in Vantage, and it can be a win condition with Citadel. So it might end up making the deck. This is not a Rain of Filth deck. Not a Fire Blast deck either, I guess. We'll take the Rite of Flame. There's the High Tide back. That's nice. Could end up making the deck. We'll see. Oh, there's a Mox. Thank you very much. Oh wow, this pack is nuts. It's got Thoughtseize and Forthrilling Us as like almost as good as power cards. Like both these are like in the top maybe 20 cards in Vintage Cube, including power. These cards are both insane. And then Fire Compass is also pretty strong. There's also Brainstorm, Git Probe, Mystical Tutor, as all good blue cards that we would like to wheel. It's very possible that we get back Mystical Tutor. The deck's pretty strong. Bubbling Muck is, I guess, like a high tide variant, but I don't think we're gonna end up being a bubbling mech deck most likely. But yeah, I'm really happy taking Mox here, obviously. We will certainly take that. Mox is like obviously nuts, but it's also just like especially absurd in decks that can abuse cheap artifacts. And here we are taking this Time Spiral. This pack's also pretty good. Kappa Cannoneer, Traxa, Channel, all these are good cards. Maybe we get the Kappa back. It's card's really strong, so I don't know. People I think underrated a bit because newer to the cube. But yeah, definitely happening Time Spiral here. We're already a big mana deck that's good with abusing wheels, and we have High Tide, Tolarian Academy, so good lands to untap. Time Spiral is really a strong card. I'm more than happy taking it here. And then, you know, if we wheel Kappa Cannoneer, that's great. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh. So there's the cards that stand out to me. Animate Dead's obviously really strong, but it doesn't look like an Animate Dead deck so much, so I think I can pass on that. But Underworld Breach, Chromox, and Chromohost are all really good. I guess I don't want to take Breach here because we don't have Brain Freeze or Lotus Petal / LED / Lotus, which makes it a bit worse. Well, a lot worse, I guess, but we still have time to pick those up. But I don't think it's worth taking here because Chromox and Chromohost are both really strong. I think I'll take Chromox. Because we don't have too many zeros yet. It's cheap artifact. You don't even have to exile a card to it necessarily. But it's good if you do and you don't. Chroma is also good because it makes artifacts for Academy. Can reward you for casting expensive spells, but I like Chromox here. Just speeding up the deck is good. Okay, here there's not much. I guess here we can take the Thundering Falls, maybe. Though I don't even know if we're playing red. I mean, probably not playing this Fury. I guess there's like the Dak Fading and the Chain Lightning, which you can get off the Talisman. There's not much else in this pack we really want to play at all. Maybe there's this like Relic of Progenitus. You know, actually, I think we're probably better off just going straight mono blue, and I'll grab the Relic because it's just another cheap artifact. And we don't have too many cheap artifacts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not like a ton. It's definitely less than we want. So I think I'll just snap that off. Also can, you know, randomly hit on graveyards, which a lot of decks in Vintage Cube do end up using the graveyard somehow. Okay, so here we've got a Wheel of Fortune and a Relic of Sauron, but I think I'll just snap off the Relic. Wheel of Fortune is obviously really strong, but we already have 2 wheels, and we are kind of gonna have a little bit of difficulty splashing red if we want to. So I think Relic is pretty good. It just ramps. Can help us maybe hardcast the Citadel if we pick up some more stuff for it. It's just a good card. Also lets you kind of use your mana, convert your mana into cards if you're flooding out a bit. There's this Pirate Spellbound, which we might wheel, which would be nice. To Fairy, but we didn't end up getting or white mana. What? Okay, this is an insanely late Fable. Hello? I don't know if we can take it here. There's also a Workshop, but we're not really a Workshop deck. We don't have that many expensive artifacts that we can actually cast. Man, am I supposed to take Lotus Petal here or Cryptic Coat? Wow, that's an insanely late Fable. Can we splash red? Because we have actual no red fixing. It's probably not worth it. We have Relic of Sauron and Talisman. Our box isn't even red. Yeah, I mean, Lotus Petal is good here, and if we wheel the Breach, then maybe we can splash red. Cryptic Coat's also good, but we're looking like pretty all in on combos here. Probably Lotus Petal, but wow, that's insanely late Fable. It's one of the literal best red cards in the cube. Also like another top 20 card. Okay, this pack doesn't have a ton, but Preordain is good. It's a good card. So I guess I actually lied about the pack not having a ton. This is a very solid card. There's the Ari Elliot, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like we want to be playing red. We've already passed all the good red cards anyway, and I don't see Breach wheeling. It should be pretty unlikely. Breach is a really strong card. Like, it shouldn't wheel. Maybe people let it wheel, but it really should. Oh, Lotus Petal, or Lion's Eye Diamond. Well, now if we do wheel the Breach, I'll be pretty happy, I guess. That's, I think it's still worth taking here. It is a 0. It's good with wheels. It's still fine. But yeah, that's for sure. Also, we need to get this flash out here. We do not see like a single flash drag other than the World Spine, which we couldn't take, and then the wheel, which is fine because I think I still really like our deck here. Okay, we got the Mystical Tutor back. That's nice. Mystical Tutor can do some interesting things with Lion's Eye Diamond. You can Mystical Tutor sack LED on the stack. That's another use for our LED as well, but Mystical just gets Time Spiral, Upheaval, Uh, Time Walk. It's a great card here. I guess Time Walk is a reason to want Breach, but I still think not taking it there was fine. Oh wow, we guess we didn't wheel much out of this pack. Was this the pack where we were trying to wheel things? I guess I'll take Zernorb, because I'm not playing with Bunkershire at the moment, and if we play against aggro, then Zernorb is a fine card to bring in, which, okay, I know this sounds weird, Zernorb kind of looks kind of random, but it is a cheap artifact that can gain us life, and sometimes, you know, sacking a land or two to gain some life can come up, so it's definitely a fine card to board against. Huh? Okay, well now I will take it and try to play it, I guess. Okay, well we got the Breach back. Should have taken the Is It fixing, I guess. Wow, that is... That really should not be happening, but I'm not complaining. And maybe we can get this. We got the Tolarian balls back! I was just about to say maybe we can get like one of the blue-red lands back. Okay, well now we're cooking. Yeah. That works. Oh, we got the Pirate Spell back? That's nice. More cheap artifacts. Never gonna pass on those. I guess we'll take the commercial sequence sideboard and not play it. And football, which your last pick. Sure. Okay, well this deck looks really strong. So let's get to deck building and figuring out what exactly we are doing here. I'm gonna pull the lands out just so we can see our number of playables a little bit better. These are Tinker targets. I think now that we have the Breach and we picked up a bunch of cheap artifacts, I think we can relegate the Relic to the sideboard. And I'll get a separate space here just for cards that we could board in and cards that we cut. So rest of this not super important, but so here are our lands, and then here's cards that we could board in. Let's see, 26, but we do have Mox, Chrome Mox. I guess Mox counts as a land. Chrome Mox counts as like half a land, maybe. Is this a high tide deck? I think it is a high tide deck because we have two wheels, including one of them being Times Power. We have Upheaval. We have untappers like Frantic Search and Candelabra. So I think it's actually going to be pretty good. Despite like there not being high tide decks too often anymore, where you're like actually supposed to play them without Force of Storm, of course. I guess we could also maybe board in the Fury. You know, like if we play against aggro, we could go like this. It could be fine. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. 25. This is probably a 16 land deck, including the Mock. We probably want to cut one more card. We can get this Stern Scolding, maybe. We're not super focused on what our opponent is doing right now. I think I like Citadel as a secondary Tinker Target when our opponent doesn't have creatures to play. I think that's pretty good. Actually, hold on. How are we actually winning the game? I totally forgot about that. Okay, it seems like we actually do need this Tendrils. Because we can cast it off like Lion's Eye Diamond, off of Citadel. We can even like Mystical Tutor. Yeah, we definitely want this Tendrils, I think. Because you like Citadel, Mystical Tutor for Tendrils at the end to kill our opponent. We can go Breach, LED, Tendrils. Yeah, we definitely need the Tendrils. So now I definitely want to cut this Stern Scolding. There's another card we could board it in against aggro. Yeah. So now we still need a cut. We could just play 15 lands, but that's no 14 lands plus Mox Doodle. That's too greedy. I guess we get the Provoker. Provoker isn't actually that great. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cheap artifacts plus Sahili, plus Cantrip. Is probably fine for Academy. Plus we have this Relic of Sauron on the expensive end. Yeah, I think that looks good to me. This deck is really strong, I think. It's got Time Walk. It's got TPs of power. It's got Time Walk and a Mox. It's also got a Tinker package with Mystical to fetch it. It's got Breach for this Time Walk. It's got 2 wheels. It's got some cheap artifacts. I really like the look of this deck. So we're just gonna go ahead and add some lands. Don't want any swamps, I think. Let's get our lands back in the deck. Mox. Let's see. So this would leave us with so there's our 15 lands plus Mox. This would leave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources total. Get you back in there. Plus I guess Mox can be a red source like 1% of the time. Lotus Petal is a red source. LED can... I guess I don't really want to count LED as a red source because it's casting Breach. Rather than the other way around where you can use Breach with LED to cast all the red spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The question is that not enough blue. And I think the answer is, since we're a high tide deck, we definitely want at least one more island. Probably two. Because it still leaves us with 2 lands, Lotus Petal, Talisman, Relic to cast Breach with. And Breach is one of those cards where, like, you're gonna be casting it late anyway. We have cantrips, we have stuff like that. I'm gonna sneeze. We can always tinker for Relic. Tinker for Relic if we need red mana, though that's kind of a silly play. Yeah, I think going down to 1 mountain is fine. Because we really do need to maximize our islands if we're gonna play the side tide. So yeah, I think this is the deck, and against that guy we can board in some of these it's cards that are actually never getting played. Against aggro, we can board these in. These we can board in where applicable. This would probably be like our setup playing against aggro and we cut like some other stuff. I don't know. Maybe we don't even need splash blue against aggro. We'll see. Or a splash red against aggro because our deck's pretty strong. We'll see. Deck fade and come in against artifact decks, Relic against graver decks, Fraction Revoke against opposing artifact decks, most likely. Strength Scolding could come in against creatures for sure, and then the rest of these, this comes in against aggro. The rest of these red cards maybe could come in. Yeah, it's gonna be the deck. Let's get into the game. Alright, I'm looking to match number 1. We're gonna go ahead and keep this hand for sure. It's got a cantrip. It's got a bit too much top end with this time spiral and upheaval. I think it's most likely that we're just gonna go like time spiral, ignore this upheaval. But that's fine. Go ahead and lead on a preordain, I think. And I guess we're gonna bottom both of those. Since we do not need tendrils right now, and we don't really like we do theoretically need lands, but we're not gonna get to this time spiral by just making our land drop. I think bottoming the land is fine, especially since we still had another one. Academy here would obviously be nuts. This deck wants to draw Academy basically at any point. But I think we'll be happy here with lands and spells. Do I want to spin this top on upkeep? I think I do. Reason being, don't really have many 4-drops to punish us, and if we need to play a 3-drop, we can get down the city. Like if we draw a Tinker off of this, then that's still fine. Okay, so I think I'm gonna draw Citadel last. Don't really need the Citadel at all, but we can get down a pretty quick time spiral, I think. So let's go ahead and put this, 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 draw. And I don't want to play out this Lotus Petal because green decks, assuming our opponent's green-black, they'll have hand disruption, which punishes me for not playing it out, but they'll have artifact and enchantment disruption for punish me for playing it out. And if it's like a Thoughtseizes or something, I think they've got bigger fish to fry, so I think it's worth it keeping it in hand. Also, because it does matter for storm count. It's pretty unlikely to matter. Yeah, I think it's a little better to keep it in hand on balance. So it does look like opponent's playing a black deck here, so maybe I get punished. Hand to Toric would be a bit of a punish, but also makes less likely to discard the time spiral, which is arguably good or bad. Okay. Don't love to see Chromox because I'm playing fast mana when I'm about to wheel is a little suboptimal, but it should be fine. Do anything too crazy? Cut down, yeah, cut down is. Oh, okay. Chill. What is this? If it's a random dorky 5-drop, then that's fine. Oh dear. I guess I really should have played up the Lotus Petal, huh? Well, oh my god, that's kind of horrific. Oh god. So, I think what I want to do here is draw the Citadel and try to discard it to this Mind Twist to keep one of the cards in my hand. And then I'll draw Thundering Falls. So actually, I can draw Thundering Falls and mill over the Citadel. No, I probably want to mill over the High Tide, so at that point. Yeah, I think what I'm supposed to do is go High Tide, Thundering Falls, Citadel. Can I have priority? Okay. Yeah, I guess we're gonna be drawing top for turn anyway, but then we can draw into the Thundering Falls and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, we kept a Lotus Petal, I guess. Well, yeah, Lotus Petal. I guess playing it out would have meant that I don't know. I guess it would have been objectively better, but we're probably just losing this game anyway. Mind Twist for our whole hand is pretty good, I would say. Get this top down. Go ahead and spin it. There are still things that could get us out of this, like I guess Time Lock just cycles, but I guess that's fine. So we want to mill over High Tide. We'll just go Time Lock into Thundering Falls, try to find that Breach. Breach or Tinker are gonna be our outs, or Mystical. We can spin top again, worst case. I'm not gonna draw top and play Time Lock. There's no reason to rush the Time Lock if it's not gonna be doing anything anyway. Like, it literally just has cycling 0, which, you know, is what it is. Yeah, basically our only hope is that our opponent just kind of gas themselves out with that play and has very little to continue with. But the odds of that are not that high. Let's just spin top, actually, because if there's a Tinker on top, then that could change things. There is not. That's unfortunate. So let's still mill this High Tide. So we're gonna go Island last, High Tide, Thundering Falls, Time Lock. Take our turn. Spin top. Look for the bottom card. Hope it's good. Is not. I think I'd rather draw land than a High Tide at this point. So put back land. High Tide. Thundering Falls. Clear my graveyard. And at this point, even if there's like a Tinker on top, I still won't have enough mana to cast it. Reaching is better when you have more mana, so I think I'll just go ahead and pass. Luckily, against a black deck, they're not very good at interacting now that we've got no cards in hand, which is not the best thing in the world to be saying in this kind of position, but, like, you know, they're sort of aligning. Can't Thoughtseize the top of the deck, and we have some manipulation with this top. I guess this Mr. Bobble just cycles. Which is fine. So I guess we need to set up stop for their turn. No. Yeah. Moto's not having a good day today. Yeah, I don't know. This is like normal Moto operations is lagging a little. I guess I should spin top, I guess. Still live to see a Tinker on top. Okay. Yeah. Is what it is. We did know about 2 of our lands. Basically, top is effectively like... Are you serious? Bowmasters? Like this? Not like this? Bowmasters is really good against me. And they must have just ripped it, because they would have cast it earlier if they had it. Well, that makes the bauble substantially worse, but we're still just looking for like a Tinker or something. I guess Tinker with Citadel on the graveyard is not good, but it's still... Breach is still good. But you can probably wait a turn on sacking the bauble, just because we're gonna need multiple cards to actually set up something good here, and sacking the bauble right now means they have a lot more pressure. But I think I'd rather try to wait as long as possible in the cracking of the bauble. I'm gonna see if we can spin top real quick. Still 3 lands. Okay. We'll draw for turn. Spin top. Force of Will. Yeah, I guess I'll put Force of Will on top, because we'll just be able to hardcast it next turn. Play my land. Path. I don't think it's worth bobbling into Force. We can always top into it if we absolutely need to, but also, like, it's just not really a winning play to do that. And shortening the clock like going from 2 damage a turn to 3 damage a turn, um, costs me multiple turns on this current board state, which is multiple draw steps, which is really not where I want to be. I mean, opponent keeps passing back, so I guess it could be worse. Not gonna spin top because that would mean we have to cycle to spell to cast this force. Now I kind of want my opponent to play into this force so that oh shoot, I accidentally hit 2 instead of 1 and started auto yielding. That is very dangerous. Do not want to be doing that with a force of will in hand. Alright, hits me for 2 and just passing? Okay. Sure. Relic of Sarn is good. Obviously not the best with a Bowmaster in play. We're not really going to want to be looting, but better than a land off the top, that's for sure. Taps us out of force, but I'm really not too worried about that at this point. Opponent has to just have like a bunch of discard in hand or something, or removal. Most likely it's dead removal. It could also be like reanimation targets that they're drawing lands for, but that would be like a Gristlebrand anyway, which is 8 mana, so not like the most worried about that. Like that's like really the only mono black like reanimation target that could be stuck in their hand, I think. Yeah, let's just take our beats here, spin top. We are living a simple life here. What would Breach do if we do it? I guess it would probably cast the Citadel or something. I don't know. If we find it, we'll do the math. No, excuse me, a talisman. I think I'd rather draw the talisman. Just in case we ever find Academy. Makes High Tide worse, but I don't think that's gonna be super relevant here. Oh, I guess I should have spun top. Fine, I'll use the talisman to do it. Because still have to Tinker. Tinker would kill this Bowmasters. Okay, 3 lands. Yep. Love the idea of activating Relic. I think we can wait another turn, probably. Though we could end step this Relic of Sarn activation, sack Bauble. If we end step Relic of Sarn, we take Dew down to 7. That grows to a 3. So it still wouldn't kill us. Dothy. I think I have to force will Dothy. Because that makes Breach so much worse. It's really annoying. That's fine, but we kind of wanted to wait a turn before throwing this Bowmasters anyway. Let's go ahead and force that. This game would have been so much easier if we just had not gotten Mind Twisted, but that's most games of okay. Yep, so they did just have like a bunch of dead reanimation in hand. Sure. Do I want to upkeep? I guess I don't need to upkeep top. There's no reason to do that. So I think we can just pass. We know we have 2 lands on top, so we can just play the land pass, take our beats of 5 damage, then 6, 7, 8 off Bauble Relic, and try to set up a win by going like, if we find like a Breach, we can go for an upheaval. If we find a Tinker, we can, yeah, I think that's going to be optimal. Your go, opponent. Yeah, this is definitely rough, but we have outs. Going to 1 is kind of risky, but aside from Bowmasters, there's not like a ton of punishes. Let's see what our opponent's got here. You have to be wary about playing out a creature since they almost assuredly have a bunch of dead removal spells in hand. I also do have to be wary about this Dothy, but now that it's tapped and attacking, not too big of a threat. Makes Breach just substantially worse stock, but oh well. Attack this Bauble. And now you just gotta remember not to flip top or anything like that, because one more ping and we are dead. Ah, okay, yeah. Oh, I guess Arcana Cruelty is another black 8 drop. Sure. Yeah, so aggressive and an Archon. Well, I'm just gonna spin top here. Ooh. Okay, what's in our deck to Mystical Tutor for? Let me check my deck list. Oh wait, we can Mystical for Tinker. Okay, so we're gonna draw 2 cards. So we want those 2 cards to be Mystical, and the card I draw, the card I want of Mystical, right? That has to be. Let's see, if we keep this Breach, what's the favorite? Keep Breach, no Time Walk twice. Doesn't do a ton. Can't go Time Spiral. We can't go Citadel. So it has to be, you draw Mystical off Bauble, then Mystical before I draw a step for Tinker to get Portal. And then we can loot with the Relic of Sauron and start digging once again. Seems like our best option. Alright, so we'll, doesn't matter, we just want Mystical on top. We already have an upkeep stop. Yeah, so draw. Got. Not sure what our opponent is holding priority. Alright, there we go. Bowmaster, me, Mystical. With the our deck. You guys got this Tinker. Okay, now we have a lot of live draws. After this, all of our wheels and stuff are pretty good. So wheeling our opponent into Bowmaster is a little sketchy, but we can get it back with Portal first. I guess I probably want to sack the Mox. Just because having a Mox in graveyard makes Breach a little bit better. Talisman taps for colorless, Mox taps for colorless. Kind of all the same. Tinker, sack Mox. Got Portal. And we do need to keep in mind that we are also dead to this Archon. But they're 2 mana off it. They already spent their Dark Ritual. So it must be like a mana crypt that would kill us instantly, but that's fine. Go ahead and loot with Relic Boron, I think. And then we can spin top, try to set up a good draw next turn. Discard a card. Probably gotta be. I guess we could keep this temple. Though, I don't think there's much of a reason to do that. We're still dead to reanimation on Bowmasters, even if we keep it. We can cast it off this relic as a life gain spell. Maybe I'm supposed to discard the Pirate Spellbomb. No, because that draws a card. I think I pitched the Tendrils. Play the Pirate Spellbomb. And then I will draw for turn and spin top and actually maybe like draw for turn, sack Spellbomb, then spin top and dig really deep for something. I expected I do a animation spell here though. Animate dead or whatever. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can actually draw to stop that. I mean, going to 1 was kind of risky, but I don't know. If we hadn't bubbled, it wouldn't have worked anyway. We'd have to breach for some time lock. I guess it may have ended up being better, but yeah. Fine. Game 2. We do need to be a little bit mindful of clock here. We have spent a bunch of time. Okay, so against Bowmaster, we definitely want to turn Scolding. And against the animation, we want Relic of Progenitus. Pirate seems kind of... Well, I guess it kills Bowmasters, so we probably want it. Who can we cut? We could maybe cut, what do we cut, actually? Maybe Upheaval. Upheaval doesn't seem amazing against them. And then cut a cantrip into Bowmasters, but all cantrips are good. I don't really want to do that. Could cut Chroma because they've got discard, but also doesn't seem amazing. We cut this Candelabra, I guess. We aren't going that hard on like going big. We brought in a cheap artifact. Seems okay. Because we're also like a little bit less heavy on the big mana since we're cutting up Upheaval. And this isn't the best Candelabra deck ever because we only have High Tide Academy. And we're not like too much. Okay, yeah, well this is not keep. And is insane. So this is a turn 2 Citadel with Force backup. We don't need the Force. Then Island, Bubble. I guess we should have played out the Academy. Oh, So we wouldn't have to waste our land drop before the Citadel. It's usually better not to expose their Academy because of stuff like Wasteland, but this I think is probably correct. It's fine though. If we don't have to discard this Mystical, then we can Mystical after the Citadel and clear land off the top. If we hit one, we can get like a Time Spiral, we get a Tendrils. Lots of options. Okay. Chromox. Don't love the sound of this. I mean, if it's just going to be another Dark Ritual Mind Twist, then we can force it, pitch the Mystical, Tinker, Citadel, and we should be fine. If this is in Tomb Reanimate, discard the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I'm a little worried about Bowmasters, but we can beat Bowmasters here, I think. Just have to keep it in mind. We do have this Pyrite, but no red mana. Okay, well, there's the Tendrils. That's not super useful. It makes the Mystical a little worse, I suppose. Oh, we don't even have Mystical up. What am I talking about? I guess we would have had to play the land anyway, so it doesn't even matter. I guess I'll get rid of the Bauble. Doesn't, I guess Pyrite killing Bowmasters. If they had Bowmasters, why would they discard the wheel? But I'm never sacking the Bauble because of the Academy, so I think it's fine. Alright, and now we just have a force for artifact destruction, basically. I think a Bowmasters would be fine here, unless there's like a wheel on top. We'll have to see, though. Or up when it does. I guess if they have a Bowmasters, they have to have a really good reason to pitch this wheel to Chromox, but I don't see why they would do that. Like, what other flash 2-mana spell would they have? Play a Talisman. So now we have the Mystical online. So what could we Mystical for here? We could Mystical for, oh, you can Mystical for Time Lock. I kind of like that. Because if we Mystical for Wheel, then we don't have Force, so a Bowmasters would be really bad. If we just Mystical for Time Walk, then we get to untap with a Citadel. That's pretty strong. Cast Time Walk. We have a Mountain on top. And now we have this Pirate Spellbomb for the Bowmasters in case in case we want a wheel and they have a Bowmasters in response. So, this should be good. Alright, let's play land. And Lotus Petal. Yeah, we can also get up to this Tendrils, maybe. Well, that's unfortunate, but it's still fine. I think I just passed the turn with Hardcast Force up. Not much that can really happen to us here. And I don't want to sack the Pirate Spellbomb because of Bowmasters. And we're just totally fine waiting here. What can they do? We have a Force. Like, I guess 2 Shatters would be really awkward, but that's what it is. You know, two lands off the top. The Citadel is a little bit unlucky, but it is what it is. What's it gonna be? I mean, this is a nut straw. Like this kind of shows both the power of Academy for being a soul land, and also now letting us pulled up for us, and also just like Tinker being a gross card. Alright, they're going second main to play around. I don't even know what. This is probably getting forced. What's gonna be? Oh yeah. I might have overtapped here actually. Academy taps for 4. Alright. I would be surprised if we didn't win here. Land on top. Oh. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's how that happens. I think I want to sack the Pirate Spellbomb. Okay. Well, now we actually lose to quite a lot of things. Oh. That is a lot of land. Now, yeah, I mean, now if they can pressure... Oof. Okay, well, that is scary. That is very scary. So if we let them on top, we kind of assume that we die. Save Traders on top. And turn Scolding. Okay, well, that's... Wow. Wow, those are some horrendous Citadel hits. Jesus. I mean, I don't think we get to use the Stern Scolding here, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Safe. Oh, they just had nothing with Sneak Attack. Okay. Take that, I guess. Well, that makes Stern Scolding better. Because now, like, a Bowmasters would be annoying, but... I should have held full control and kept those instant on top. Alright. In 2? Sure, your Graveheart's gonna get shuffled away too. You know that, right? I don't know, maybe they're getting something that can get out of the graveyard? Instant speed, I guess they could, there are some instant speed reanimation spells they could cook. For sure. They could technically get an instant speed Bowmasters, which I wouldn't be able to answer. But I wouldn't die. Yeah, so they're probably going to shallow grave the Bowmasters. Oh, okay. Sure. Well, now I'm pretty sure I win. Let me just play the land off the top. Why not? It is a little sketch. They do have... Oh, let me tap this for mana, actually. Forgot about that. Let me high tide again, I guess. They could sneak in some stuff out into speed, deal me some damage. Looks like they're up 6, though. Which is nice. What does Tinker get? My deck. Tinker can get Relic of Thoron. I can get Portal, but it doesn't do anything here. I can get Relic of Thoron. Get it just gets top. Yeah, that worked. Let me get Huey down. Oh, I guess my land's tapped for a lot, so I only need to tap one of them. Let me cast this. Hold on. We tap this Talisman. Actually, we need to hurry up here. We're gonna lose on time. Oh, did not mean to tap that for. Oops. No, I lost life of the Tinker. What am I talking about? Hit top. Draw. Top. Draw. Top. Do we need to find tendrils at some point here? Draw. Yeah, I'm worried about clock. I want to have enough time to play out game 3, so I'm not gonna like think too hard here on everything. LED. Okay, Frantic Search is good. Because that gives us more cards deep. Oh, that's a lot of mana. Okay, Mystical's game. Mystical. Tendrils. Could also get there with Time Walk, but Tendrils work too. Top. And Storm Count is more than enough. I guess I'm fighting it here, but. Oh dear, Moto. Please don't time me out. Please don't time me out. Relic. Ah, we got there. Okay, opponent scoops. Alright, 5.5 minutes. Should be enough, hopefully. Run it back, I guess. Okay, so yeah, we got absurdly unlucky off the Citadel initially, but they didn't have anything to put off Sneak or any reanimation for their Entomb, so we got pretty lucky there. So it evened out. We need a good fast hand here. And recording and trying to play a combo deck is kind of tricky on Moto, I'm not gonna lie. This hand's fine. I mean, Force of Will is good. Breach is a little awkward. Time Twister is a little awkward, but can't really mull this. Force of Will is really good on this like reanimation mono black combo style decks because they're super reliant on like resolving a single spell. You just get a top down. Don't really know what I want off period. Anyway, okay. Entomb. Well, I'm gonna Force of Will any animate here. Probably has to be pitching. Kind of interesting. Do I pitch the Preordain or the Force of Will? I think forcing the animate is better than forcing the Dothy. Well, I don't like Dothy either. I think I have to Force of Will the Dothy. Because then if I Force of Will and animate, they have a counterspell into the Dothy, which is gonna be really difficult to beat. It makes Breach so much worse. I think I'll pitch the Twister. It's just so risky with Bowmasters. And I have this Breach as like my late game thing anyway. And Preordain is just pretty good at digging. Mystical. Oh, Mystical's good. Yeah, let me just Preordain. And I'm probably just gonna mystical for you know what? LED is actually interesting. I think I'll top the LED. Oh, and I got a pass here. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I don't have much time, so I'm not gonna talk through my plays as much here. I'm mysticaling and then tinkering for Citadel with top with LED to sack to it, and praying that that is enough and fast enough. And then my opponent doesn't have anything too crazy, but I will just discard Breach to Archon and it won't be too big of a deal. So I actually wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, I would really not like to see a Shallow Grave or a Corpse Dance because that would kill me pretty fast. Oh, that would get the Dothi back. Yeah, so just a plain old animate on Archon would be fine. Bowmasters would be annoying because that makes the top thing a lot worse, but it's still like 2 damage instead of 1. Ideally, I don't let them on tap. Should be fine, hopefully. What's this? Looks like a 3-mana enemy. Mind Twist. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get Tinker. I should set an upkeep stop. And then hope that I keep my land perfect. So no need for an upkeep stop. We're getting Citadel. Sacrificing the top is a little unfortunate, but actually no, hold on. Oh my god, please load. We don't even need to get Citadel. We could just get okay, so if you get Citadel, it's gonna be a little tricky to win. We're gonna need to hit pretty well. I think we might be better off getting Portal to Phyrexia. Gonna give us the Archon, but they have that animate, then it's really awkward. Mm. Nah, I'm getting Citadel. I'm getting Citadel. On, please load. No! No, oh my god, that's so bad. Oh my god. That's so unfortunate. Oh. Please, untap the third land. Please. Please. Okay. 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 W. Chromox. Sure. F6. 3 minutes is might not be enough to put Tendrils on the stack. Okay, well, please don't kill me. I shouldn't have bobbled on their upkeep because if they animate Archon, that's really bad, but whatever. They pass through? No. Mutt? That's fine. Japan was fun. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. Okay, we gotta go faster. We gotta go fast. I'm going to limit how much I'm talking. Got the X, that's fine. Chromox. No, what is this? Stop. 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 No shatters. No animate. No shatters. No animate. Okay. Play land. No, land, please. Okay. Auto pass. Seems like they have nothing, hopefully. Hopefully. Not a Bowmasters. Not a Bowmasters. Okay, it's Bowmasters. Whatever. That's beatable. That's fine. Beatable. I may have discarded like all my win conditions, but it's fine. Shouldn't have cast that Phoenix Search, I think. Like I think it was just because it just discards 2 cards. I had no use for the mana anyway. So that was bad, but I was just spamming the top of my deck. Tendrils. Sure, let me just cast a high tide up storm count. Tendrils. Doesn't actually accomplish anything, but targets. Okay, actually this was probably a throw. I don't know, I guess it wasn't a throw. Okay, wow, a land on top. Yeah, should have gotten the portal, I guess. I was worried that if they killed up, I guess no, because Archon have just died to Bitter Triumph. We would have timed out anyway. That was my worry, is that Archon wouldn't kill them fast enough if they just killed it. We still have outs here, but now we have very little life to work with, which is the issue. Like Breach would get there, but it's in the graveyard. Can't wheel now because the Bowmasters. Okay, we're dead. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, really don't think I should have lost that, but Bowmasters is really strong. And yeah, it got kind of really bad hits off Citadel, which is fine. Still pretty confident that we can pull off a 2-1 here. Match number 2, and this hand is really awkward. We've got a Tinker target in our hand, 1 land, I think it's a mulligan. This is better. We have we're gonna have a pretty insane amount of mana pretty quick, so we're looking for just the usual suspect: upheaval, time spiral, time twister, etc. But yeah, it's gonna take us a bit to set that up though. I think I'm just supposed to not play out the Candelabra and pass, because I'd rather play it after the Saheeli. Because I can go turn 3 Saheeli, turn 4 Candelabra, make a 1/1, Academy already tapped for 2, and Candelabra is net 1. But then if we get a couple more artifacts going, then Candelabra untapping Academy, and then Saheeli copying a thing to untap Academy just goes nuts. Why are they mysticaling here? Is it Ancestral? It is Ancestral. Yep. Basically, the only reason that someone would mystical this early is if they have something really broken going on, or they're getting a piece of power like Ancestral or Time Walk. And this early in the game is usually Ancestral because a turn 2 Time Walk is generally just a free explore. So, makes sense. It's not the worst. Ancestral for Time Walk. Basically, you spend 2 cards and 2 mana to draw 3. It's good, but it's not insane. It really gets problematic when they start like regrowthing it. Or Snapcastering it. Okay. Looks like we're playing against another artifact player, I guess. Sure, just wait out the Thundering Falls. We'd like to flood a little less, but that's okay. What do we got on top? Force of Will. Nope. We are pretty far away from casting Force of Will, either hard cast or pitch cast, and we're literally just looking for just gas. We just need some sort of card draw here. So like Tinker for Citadel, even like Frantic Search to discard some of these lands, any of our wheels. That'll be great. Breach might be okay in a second. Mana is cooking. Full time mana, like generally artifact decks don't have so many colors and so many lands. That's why you need to be pretty all in for Manifold keep it good, but I don't know, maybe they should have like a saga and a couple things. I don't know. We'll see soon enough, I'm sure. Preordain, one top, one bottom. Wow, Tendrils is not our best draw here. I know. Yeah, this Tendrils is really awkward, but I do think it's necessary for winning the game. It's so good with Citadel, and we're actually pretty good at getting early Citadels down with this Mystical as well. What's going to be? Leovold would be great. Palantir is fine. They can mill, I think. Even if they go double top. Do not care. Go top to bottom. Have draw a card? No. Yeah, 0 damage. Nice. Okay, Frantic Search is good. So get the Candelabra down. Start triggering the Saheeli. Yeah, and you're about to see how much mana we can make here with Academy. This is going to be pretty nice. We'll get the Academy down. Don't need red mana, so I won't even bother tapping it. The Healy is going to trigger, which going to auto yield to that. Frantic Search. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Wow. Okay, we win. GG's. Wow, that's actually absurd. Please untap the last land. I clicked on it. Okay, so we're gonna time walk. We're gonna tap Tolarian. The time twister. Make another artifact creature. We still have Candelabra to untap this Academy, remember. Draw a fresh 7. Oh my god. Okay. Chromox is just gonna come down, not imprinting anything at all. No. Candelabra on tap Academy. Hello? Candelabra on tap Academy. Done. There we go. Do we pass here? With force backup? How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, we don't. No, we definitely don't. Because we still have Saheeli to copy this this Academy. Or this Candelabra. So actually that won't be necessary. Passing the turn, that is. Because now we can Mystical. We might have missed out on like a mana or 2 here, but that's fine. I think we're just gonna go ahead and get Time Spiral. Force Negation. Oh wait. Force Will. This does unfortunately mean that we don't get to do our mystical thing this turn. But I think I'm pretty happy just getting Time Spiral. We also get Tinker for Citadel, but I think Time Spiral is like a better guarantee of actually winning. Could also get Time Walk and just kill them, but if they like deluge us, then that's less good. Unfortunately, the plan was to draw into it with Relic of Sauron, but that's no longer going to be possible. But we're still very, very far ahead here, especially since they pitched a card to force engage. They pitched Preordain. Bobble them. We have plenty of mana with this Academy. I'd just rather get more cards. Hexdrinker is... Oh, wait. Oh, I time walked! I time walked! I forgot that I time walked! Wait, okay, never mind. Yeah. That works. You know what? Just for funsies, I'll get down this portal. Yeah. Oh my god, I totally forgot that I time walked. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, bro, time walk and time pressure are so nuts. You just get a fresh crack at all the cards with your mana. And then I went so crazy after I time spell that I forgot that I even cast a time walk in the first place. Hopefully I forgot to tap on in response. It's fine. Nothing matters. We even redrew back to the force. Okay. Wait, let me play this on Pearl. We have such a disgusting amount of mana here. This is actually absurd. Because now this Candelabra is even better. Preordain. I guess we can go bottom, top. Pyrite. Yeah, the world's kind of our oyster here, I'm not gonna lie. Sure, let's tinker for Citadel, why not? At this point, why not? Didn't even tap the Mox for mana. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. All that matters is finding our win condition so we can have more time for games 2 and 3. That's fine. We'll just go ahead and loot. And there's our tendrils, which we will be able to cast thanks to this Underworld Breach. Actually, I guess I didn't even need to sack the Lotus Path because I had other black sources, but that's fine. Done. Could even fill up the graveyard for this breach with Citadel, but that's not going to be necessary. So all of these. This Lotus Petal back once again. And with a lethal tendrils. Oh, yeah, this is how things are supposed to go. This is much better. These triggers on the stack. And same targets. And they scoop it up. Nice. Okay, so against them, I think we want the Dak Faden. This shows the Manifold Key and the Phyrexian Revoker. We can bring out Pyrospell. Does not seem particularly necessary. And again, upheaval doesn't seem great against an opposing big mana deck. It's possible we're not supposed to have it. It's also possible that we just don't bring in the Revoker or the Dak. Maybe not the Revoker. Maybe upheaval's better. We don't have that much time top end. And I think I'll add another mountain instead of bringing in the Dak. Yeah, should be good. I need to put the island back in, idiot. Oh, I guess that must have been an island. I guess I must have been putting in 2 lands. I do prefer the arena auto land to the Moto one, but that's fine. Yeah, this sounds fine. We've got like this preordained bauble to start filling the graveyard for our breach, even though we don't have red mana. We'll be able to find it at some point. Yeah, no, this is kind of how the deck operates. You can't just mulligan every hand that doesn't have the nuts Academy start. This will first crack Bobble to see what's up their decks to get a little bit of information. It's really annoying that they have Force Negation. Oh, Fast Bond? Okay. Okay, I guess we're boarding out people in game 3. Oh, wow. Okay. Those are 2 cards that are very good to have on the bottom of our deck. If this was a Ponder or a Serum Visions or something like that, we would have been much worse off. Alright, see what our opponent's cooking. Is this a Mystical? I don't mind seeing the Mystical. Fastbound is a very scary card. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It looks like they're just blue-green combo. I still don't understand the Manifold Key. It probably implies that they have like some bigger artifacts. Maybe they have a Coveted Jewel or something like that. But that makes the green mana make much more sense, because Fastbond is really good in these boost-out combo decks. You have Fastbond with Weevils, Fastbond with Corsair, Ramanop, Boostable, Strip Mine, Fastbond, Zornorb, Titania. Like, there's a lot of things to do with Fastbond, and Blue Wheels are one of the better ones. Oh, well, there's a Force of Will. I guess we don't have any blue cards, though, so we can just auto-yield. Yeah, there's the Waterlogged Grove, and they just pass. Alright, well, Tasman's not bad here. There's our red mana, and it brings us closer to this Hardcast Force as well, and it gets this Sensei down. I guess now that I have this top, I want my upkeep stop back, and we're just gonna auto pass again. Hopefully we don't get dazed something. But other than that, I'm not too worried about running into counter spells here. Even though they could very well have like a miscalc or a Mana Leak or whatever. Countering top is, it's not like the craziest spell in the world. It's not like it needs to be countered. Especially against like my kind of deck, which really rely on resolving like one specific spell rather than a bunch of small ones like an aggro deck. I'm gonna go ahead and top my upkeep. I'm not gonna need red mana here. Actually, I might need red mana because of that, though. Because I was gonna say there's no way I cast the Breach, but I guess it's important in the deck, so I might need the red mana. Well, so I'll grab the Saheeli and try to never draw the Citadel. That's fine though. Saheeli is good here. What I can do here is I can just draw Sensei's Top and replay it. Like, I'll just draw Sensei's Top, play it, so that I'm always drawing a top return and can trigger Saheeli more. Does keep me out of this Force of Will, but I think that should be fine. I don't think keeping up Hardcast Force of Will is necessarily very good here. I guess an opponent's kind of dirtling if it really stunts my development. I'm upkeep. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw this top because I want to be recasting top basically. Like, this costs me. Oh, actually, I'm not even tapping out a Forcible because it's small. Yeah, that's actually perfect. I just won't play out the Candelabra, which is fine. Basically, if I draw a top and draw for top for turn, it costs me mana, but I'm getting the same amount of cards. Like, I'm still getting the card I draw for turn every turn, but I'm also getting to recast top, which costs me mana, but gets me 1/1s. So that's some cute synergy. Top is just a really strong card. Didn't used to be as strong in Vintage Cube. I remember the days where it's just like kind of bad in most decks, but nowadays it's got a lot more going for it. Especially with like the Citadel stuff, which you saw in a previous game was pretty good. And I keep forgetting the name of it, but the ooh, I do not want to see Gadgeteer. Gadgeteer is very good. It can draw them a ton of cards that have artifacts. Combos with Monolith. And I do want to cast this Force of Will because I'm gonna be spending my mana most likely on stuff. Yeah, Gadgeteer just drawing them a ton of cards. I just don't want to let it resolve because then if they have like 3 cheap artifacts, I can't like counter them and prevent the card. Yeah, see, Lotus Petal comes down. I think just preventing them from being able to draw cards. It's like a very tireless tracker E. Oh god. Okay. Well, that's a weird play. I guess they're worried about me wheeling, which is why they did that. I was worried they go like land, wheel, which is like maybe because sacking Lotus Petal to play fast one, you have a bunch of mana already. Like kind of weird, but oh wait, I shouldn't have drawn for turn. Oh my god, that's why did I do that? Should not have done that. It's fine. Yeah, that was suboptimal. Oh, sure. I mean, I might as well draw into the Time Walk and cast it. I can also turn my service into tops at some point to get some cards out of them. But they're actually just dead to this Time Walk with the Breach. Yeah, wait, yeah, they're just dead. They're just gonna take lethal because of Underworld Breach. Yeah, they get to Time Walk, and every turn I'm making even more tokens. I think they're dead. I guess it puts them very low, so they can't use the fast bond very well. Oh, do they have Force Negation? That would be kind of sad. I don't want them to have Force Negation. What are they waiting for? It does seem like they have Force Negation, but whatever. If my Time Walk's gonna get forced, it's gonna get forced. It is what it is. If that happens, that makes the Breach a lot worse. I might just go Breach, recast Mishra's Bauble just to get some more pressure going, because that's 2 more 1/1s. Draws me cards. I mean, I'm just putting a lot of pressure on them with the Sahelian, and I'll be able to draw some cards, and I can draw into a wheel or something like that. I can also technically cast this Citadel with the Lotus Petal as soon as I find the Relic of Sauron. So there is that. Maybe I should have boarded out the Portal to Phyrexia against them. Doesn't seem amazing. But also, like, boarding out is kind of sketchy, because then you can end up with, like, a really awkward Tinker with nothing to do kind of situation. Let's see if the time goes off. I still think it's worth going for it. It's not like playing around kind of is going to be too effective. Oh, it was off. Okay, that's perfect. That's great. So I put them to 16 here. Okay, maybe they're not actually dead on board. Maybe they're not dead. I draw the top. Play the top. Spin the top. Just to see what's going on. Okay, that's not what I want to see. But it's fine. Lotus Petal. Draw with top. Play top. I can only time lock once either way, so like I can't get down a second spell. And I can't quite cast the Citadel. I think it's worth time locking now, because it just puts them so low so they can't use the fast bond. And not letting them use fast bond is a big game. Yeah, I'm pretty close to casting the Citadel, because I can go Lotus Petal, recast it, Lotus Petal. Oh, maybe I should have actually... but then I don't get to time walk. I still think this is worth it. If I hadn't spun top, I could have... but I guess I was going to draw... Yeah, I was going to draw... I could have gotten Lotus Petal, stack Lotus Petal, kept... yeah, I would keep the Time Walk in the graveyard. I don't have to exile it, but I just wouldn't get to actually cast Time Walk. And so, despite my opponent not being dead on board here, they're still scooping it up. Wait, were they dead? 5. Yeah, I could put them to 5. Or take 5 and then take 10, because I can turn a artifact into a 1/1. So that would put them to 1, so they can't tap Bartlego, can't use fast bond. So yeah, I think that's pretty effective. Alright, well, match number 3 coming up. Alright, looks like we found an opponent. And oh, this hand is... It's interesting. So, Port of Phyrexia is basically dead. Then we have a Show and Tell, so we couldn't really do anything with that. I mean, it's not completely dead because I can hardcast it, but this hand's a bit away from that. But I do have this Breach. Forceful's kind of bad here. Yeah, this hand just needs a lot to actually get going, so I think I'm gonna mulligan it. Yeah, this works. This is a bit better, for sure. It's interesting what exactly I do with this hand. I don't think I want to go like turn 1 Time Walk, turn 2 Sealy, because bam, I've cast all my spells. I have nothing left. Overgoing to an untapped is a little scary. I hope it's a misclick and not an entomb. But we'll see. That's suboptimal. I think I'll just go ahead and pass. We can get up to this time spar pretty quick with this time walk and also with Saheeli copying on Mox. Okay, it's a troll costume. That's fine. Okay, well, I wouldn't like to see it reanimated. Okay, you know what? One more stipulation. No turn 2 troll animate. Because that would be a lot of pressure. Not necessarily too much, but a lot. Well, Miraculous Theater does make me feel pretty good about this. No reanimates. I just want the slowest game possible. That's what I want. Because I'm going to be very favored in the long game, unless I get mind twisted. But I would love to be playing against a nice chill Jund mid-range deck. I mean, that's a Bitter Triumph. See, Troll and Bitter Triumph are cards that are good in Animator, but also just good in general, so I don't want to read into it too much. I think I want to just play with the Mux. High Tide is really interesting, because that makes the time spiral better, but we do need to hit some land ups for it. I do want to get Saheeli down now, though. That next turn I can start time walking, try to hit my land drops, and set up a quick time spiral. What is this? Okay, well now they're entombing. That's scary. Still, don't love to see that. Ashen Rider? Well, I guess it could be worse. Ashen Rider exiling Saheeli is going to be annoying, but definitely not unbeatable. If I can get off this time spiral with a high tide going, even if it's not with 6 lands, even if it's like 3 or 4, that's gonna be fine. This looks like an animate dead. Nope, it's a dash Ragavan. That's so fine. I even have my time lock in hand, so no risk of that happening. Could still see an Ashen Rider reanimated this turn, but I think not. Chromux is actually, that could be an issue. We'll see. Could let them cast a 3-drop here if they wanted to. If they have a, what is it? Black White. Valky? That's so fine. That is so fine by me. Valky is not it here. And the Strikeman's not even attacking, even if I miss my land drops. And let me just fire off the time walk. I mean, if I could just surveil a land here to the top and get off a nice time spiral, we are going to be killing. Yeah, nice. Okay, I do not. It's pretty difficult for me to whip here, is all I'll say. My deck is pretty good at winning once I have a lot of mana. Unless I just break on everything. And I'm going to have a decent amount of mana after this spiral. Because 4 lands, that's going to be 8, 9 mana floating. Plus the Saheeli, which can make a 10th. But if I draw my Candelabra, then I can go absolutely nuts. 1, 2. Huh. Well, I get to make a bazillion mana here, I guess. But I haven't actually drawn into anything that wins me the game quite yet. Let me just, you know what? I'm gonna save the High Tide in case I whiff off this Fennec Search so I can have access to even more mana in the future. Because if I find gas off this Fennec Search, I'm gonna win anyway. This is just way too much mana. And if I don't, then I'd rather have the High Tide saved for later. Okay. So I guess we actually kind of bricked. But should be fine. So just gonna play this Talisman. Play the Bauble. Play the Candelabra. Yeah, Upheaval would have been good here. Obviously another wheel. Breach could have actually been okay. I don't know. Breach would have been interesting. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna target artifact control. You're gonna copy another target artifact control. I'm going to turn one of my servos into a copy of Mishra's Bauble. Racket. For rest defense. I'm gonna set an upkeep up. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my beats going. Yeah. I mean, with, 6 tokens, it's not nothing. And then we'll have to see, trade off. That's interesting. I guess it's not necessarily that interesting. Whatever. Anyway, if we kind of whiff off this bobble, then I might. It's interesting. Do I want to save the bobble for? Yeah, I think I'm going to save the bobble so I can do the same thing again next turn. Because if I sack it now, I will get another card, but then I won't be able to do the bobble trick again. If Sahili dies or something like that, then I'll obviously sack the bobble. Mutt is fine as long as it's not discarding something massive to be reanimated. Yeah, I mean, there's the Ashen Rider. It does seem like my opponent doesn't have great reanimation targets. Unclear as to whether they have good reanimation spells. Well, there's an Exhume. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's probably gonna hit my Sahili if I had to guess. No, they're going after my Candelabra. Sure. That is surprising. I guess they figure they can attack the Sahili, but I don't know. I was gonna have a lot of mana even without the Candelabra. They don't know I have the High Tide in hand, but that's fine. These bobble. Bobble you. Don't feel like attacking here. Or is to throw away token. Grave is not too big of an issue. It's not very good with Ashen Riders. That makes me think they maybe have better range. Look at that kind of thing. Or why else would they be playing it? And I'm probably going to sack the other bobble in their upkeep. Just plays around discard spells, which would be really issue if I just drew into my, any number of things that win the game and then got a Thoughtseize. That would not be great. There's the LED. But I do still want to know what they're drawing for turn, which is why I'm upkeeping this bobble. Oh, wait. Hold on. I already know about the Shadow Grave. Okay, so I should have done it after their draw step, I guess. Or maybe on their own step. Whatever. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. We have 2 cards coming here next turn. Hopefully they're good ones. Don't see a reason to fire up this High Tide to make another 1/1. Doesn't seem like really necessary. And if I draw like an upheaval or something, that would be a pretty big punish. Okay. Oh, no. Because I know about the Shout Grave. Yikes. No Archons, please. No. Oh, no. Oh my god. No. Why? Well, I guess I somehow managed to lose this game. That's highly unfortunate. Yeah, all they gotta do is go face with both. Wow. Yeah, so I just... What's going on? Me, right? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so I just managed to completely break off the time spiral, and that was enough to lose me the game. Alright, well, we're bringing in this relic for sure, and I think we can board out the Pirate's Bubble. I'm gonna look really bad against them. And we can run it back. Wow. Yeah, I guess our track record for drawing our paths against man-made decks is not very good so far. But hopefully we can rein it back from here. Their deck is scary. It has like the ability to, turn 2 or turn 3 Emrakul. For sure. With like basically any animator deck with Entomb just instantly gets so much more scary because they can have like a lot more busted starts with it. But the deck seems like somewhat inconsistent, hopefully. Oh, this is a keep. It is a keep for sure. It's an interesting hand because I've got their graveyard shut down, but I've also got a portal coming. So we'll have to see exactly what we do with that, but I'm not mulling this ever. Also interesting if I'm supposed to... Oh, see, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this hand. Oh, what is this? Okay, yeah. Interesting. I mean, Preacher's good here. It's gonna start buying them cards. I don't really want that. Do I wanna tinker here? Is the question. To get a portal. Kinda want to. I just kinda want to. Because he's gonna be drawing them cards. It's probably dumb. No, that's gotta be dumb. Because it also means that I have to lose the City of Traders. I won't have Force up any longer, which I don't really want to cast Force, but I will if I have to. But also, like, I'm just gonna try to snag more creatures with the Tinker Citadel. If I draw Lotus Petal, I can hardcast the Citadel. I could try to Tinker into Lotus Petal, but that's not going to be very good, most likely. I do have to Tinker next turn, though. Cool. Sure. That makes the portal better, I suppose. I just don't want to sack the Relic. That's the thing. Sacrificing Relic feels bad. Because that insulates me against some of the worst things I can do. I guess I'm not gonna actually Relic the troll, because if I get down the portal, I'd rather they have creatures in the graveyard. Could I just draw like a cheap artifact to sack instead of this Relic? Oh. I guess I have multiple relics. I could go Relic Floron. And then sack the Relic, but then I won't be able to sack other creatures he has. Yeah. Man, having Citadel in hand is so awkward with this hand. Drawing this mountain is at least good, because it means that after this turn I'll have Force backup. I could just pass with Force up and start portaling and Sleepy Chilling. Cheap artifact or blue card would have made this a lot safer, because I could just lose to Entomb Emrakul here. But hopefully not. Yeah, okay, Palantir is fine. I don't know if I want to let them mill. They do have Emrakul in their deck, and other reanimation spells. I probably don't want to let them draw the first card, but after that, it's most likely okay to just let them draw. If you're a top 2 bottom, yeah, you can definitely not draw a card, no thing. Okay, Cosmic Bronco, that's fine. I don't think I want the Bronco, though. I think I want the Troll, because Preacher wouldn't be drawing me cards anyway. And Troll's a pretty fast clock. I could play the Relic. Tap out of Force. It's so risky. But it is very high upside. If they don't have it last turn, surely they don't have it this turn, right? Famous last word. Playing out the Relic just means that, like, Lotus Petal basically wins me the game on the spot. Or, well, I guess not wins me the game on the spot, but it's very strong. And it means that I can hold Force up and start looting with Relic on their end step, which is going to draw me towards my gas a lot faster. I can auto pass here. I guess, whatever, I guess I won't. Yeah, this could be. Let's see. What's the plan? Just like, I don't know, Ashen Rider I could beat, Emrakul I couldn't. What's the... Can it just be some, like, random dork, please? Oh my god. What is this? What is this? What is this? I guess they don't have anything crazy to reanimate. But I would not like to see a show and tell. Emrakul? That would be bad. I am on 16, so I can survive one hit and technically win after that, but that'd make things a lot more difficult. Also, would not like to see a channel. Basically, I just don't want to see Emrakul in play. I guess that's kind of always true. Maybe I shouldn't have tapped out of this Force. Maybe I shouldn't have tapped out of the Force, because I was already pressuring them. The thing is, like, oh. Oh, we're so fine. Okay, never punish. Easy. Actively never punish. Yeah, now I'm just gonna race them with Force backup. It makes a Relic a little worse that they're gonna be making clues, but I don't even have to loot at this point. I think I'll grab the Preacher. Just Better body. Okay, well, that's gonna be game. That is very likely going to just be game. Are they dead? I wonder if they're dead. I guess I'll keep up blue in case I draw into breach. Not that it really matters. Wait, I'm looting off relic, so it actually doesn't matter at all. No, I guess they're not dead on a board. Pause. But that's kind of land, I guess, since it's tendrils. Could actually mean they're just dead, because I can cast it. Academy. Academy. Let's get in here, draw our card. Oh, yeah. That's... If they don't block, that's game. Okay, they block. That's fine. That is fine by me. Now I'm gonna play out Mox Pearl. Play out Academy. Tap the city. Okay. Activate Relic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guess I'm discarding the Slumbering Falls. Not quite with the tendrils. Could have put this 2. Could have put them to 2 with force backup, but I'd rather just have the hard cast force. Just in case. But I would be shocked if they managed to pull this one off. It would, I mean, it would basically just require like Thoughtseize. Cool shenanigans. Yeah. Anyway. We got that in game 2. Gotta pull off a game 3 here. Come on. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna mold this. If I get a Frantic Search and a red source, then I can kind of go ham with this breach. And I do like hands that like get breach going pretty quick with like some cantrips and stuff. Do not like to see an on-color mock, but that's okay. Stop, please. This is a Palantir. It's a Dothy. Stop, please, 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 please stop. Well, turn 1 Dothy makes this breach a lot worse, I guess. That's unfortunate. But could have been worse. Well, there's my own mocks, I guess. Yeah, I think we're just gonna pretend this breach doesn't exist. Because it's just not. Like, I'm just gonna bottom the red source, because with the Dothy in play, it's gonna be a while, if ever, if this breach does anything. Wow, okay, well. Both our opponents have just, like, Dothys and, like, ridiculous Dark Ritual starts a lot. Both of our reanimator opponents, but it's fine. We're not out of this yet. Are you kidding me? Turn 1 Dothy into Palantir? Not into Palantir. Oh, that's so huge. That slows them down so much. That's really good. Because if they could have just gotten Palantir going and started drawing a ton of cards, it would... Like, the turn delay on that is insanely massive. Ooh. Okay, you know what? On second thought... On second thought, I actually feel pretty good about this now. So we're gonna very intentionally avoid playing a land here before this Tinker, because we are getting Citadel. And we are going to do our best to go ham here. Come on. Oh, Sihili's good. Yeah, land. Land is land. Okay. Fine. We just need to make it through this turn. Just need to make it through this turn. Make it through this turn, please. Please, we just gotta make it through this turn, and then we can go crazy with this time spiral. Even on... That's fine. That's fine. Come on. I guess we do need to still hit off Citadel something to get this time spiral high tide going. Okay. 6 for 3, that's fine. 11. Still plenty of life to work with. Come on, come on. Nothing too crazy. Just play the bouncer. Just play the bouncer. Okay, and you know what? My opponent is drawing their card. I'm so fine with it. I am not dying to an Emrakul. Or maybe I should. It's okay. If they go double bottom, should I just let them have it for content? They give them like a 3% chance to just kill me for funsies. I'm not going to do that. That's really dumb. I don't have that many play points. I'm poor. I need to win this. It's going to be one top, one bottom. Have draw a card. Yeah. Enjoy. Come on. Come on, Citadel. Don't betray me like you have in the past a lot. Please. Oh, Citadel is one of my favorite cards, but... Bro. Citadel, no. 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 Why, bro? Why? Oh my god, that's so bad. Are you... like, okay. These have been just like some of the worst Citadels ever. Like this... Come on. Like, come on. Okay. Well, we didn't get Emrakul once again, so we still have some time, I think. Just play like a nice toss down investigator. How about that? I mean, they didn't attack with the rest of them, so they have something here. But Bronco, that's fine. Bronco is so fine, so fine. And end step? Okay. It's fine. We're getting breaked off Citadel, but yeah, you can draw your card. We're breaking off Citadel, but our opponent's breaking off their draw steps. They're not doing anything. We're so fine. We are so fine. I'm gonna play the mountain because we can still time spiral even with it. Because we go high tide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're killing. Oh yeah. Oh yes, yes sir. That is excellent. That's gonna generate a lot of mana. Oh, should have held full control. It's fine. Wow. Okay, that's a few land. It's fine though. We got this time spiral. If they have a Bowmasters, I don't even think I'm gonna post this video. If they have a Bowmasters here, it's just wait, no. Hold full control. Don't let it resolve. Because I need to tap my lands in response. Hello? Hello? I'm holding full control. I was holding full control. No. It's fine. We're gonna win this game easily. It's so fine. But wow, having a bunch more mana would have been nice. That's so. Oh, they have a time spiral under the Dothy now. Or actually have a lot under this Dothy. This Dothy, they cannot be allowed to untap. It's fine though. I'm just gonna ignore this poor Tolarian Academy and wheel again. Yes, all of our cards are kind of exiled, huh? It's fine. We can just redraw into the tendrils and we should be chilling. Oh, yeah. Okay. So they're going to be dead next turn, most likely. Because we can probably pull off a lethal tendrils with this. But yeah, not... Oh my god. I realized as soon as I should have just hit cancel and tapped all my lands. It was greedy to assume that Moto would work the way I wanted. Let's see, what do we do here? We got this force. Could pop the relic. I think I want to pop the relic. Just to start things off. Oh, okay. Top is actually just game. Because top is gonna let us get to a high enough storm count. We already played all in drop? Okay. Whatever. Not important. We're still fine here. 3, 4. What do I want a mystical for? Because I can then instantly draw it. Just gotta make sure not to tap out of this tendrils. Oops. Okay. Sure. Wait, can I actually get enough storm count? Hold on a sec. Storm count 5. Oh, well, there's a LED on top. 6. I guess I could have killed them by activating Citadel, most likely. 7. 8. Okay. Guess we actually needed to hit the LED on top. Oh no, I could have force of willed the sunset stop for another storm count. So we were actually killing. Oof. Okay, well, we got there. Unfortunately, just a 2-1 with this deck. I think this deck was insane. Match 1 was rough. It would have been nice to 3-0, but hey, 2-1's still fine. You know, dropped a sweet deck. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. If you enjoyed it, definitely let me know, because I honestly have no clue how you guys will respond to a vintage kit video. I haven't really like talked about Moto much or anything like that, so I don't know. Maybe a lot of you just aren't interested in this kind of thing. But if you are, definitely let me know in the comments and by liking, subscribing, interacting with the video, because basically the more response this gets, the more likely I am to make more videos like this in the future. I'm more than happy to make more vintage key videos, but if there's not something that there's much interest in initially, then I don't know how heavily I'll pursue it. Definitely let me know, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video whenever that is. See ya.